I'm joined by Lena, who is the senior producer of Star Wars Battlefront. Now, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Am I almost the most hated person that you are thinking of when making this game? Because I will pick this game apart.
I'd be happy for you to do that.
Yeah?
So tell me what you want to know.
That's a lot of confidence. First of all, is it an AT-AT or an AT-AT?
It is an AT-AT.
Yes! Agree. Fantastic. Americans are all about the AT-AT, and I don't know. So we're seeing different locations here, including a planet that we've only just today found out about, the Jakka?
Planet of Jakku.
Jakku, I'm getting there, and I've spelled it with just one K, it's got two Ks. What is it about the Star Wars franchise that you are now learning, because you're finding out about everyone else so you can make this game? You got to travel to LucasArts, you got to travel to Skywalker Ranch. What is it that you found out that you didn't know before?
Well, previously, before I took on this project, I felt like I was a huge Star Wars fan, but little did I know about how little did I know.
Right.
So I'm joined at the studio with people that live and breathe Star Wars and have since they were children, and know all the tiny details. But the level of access that we have now with Lucasfilm, being able to go to Skywalker Ranch, being able to go to the archives, being able to walk among these props and look at these things. I mean, there are so many things that I didn't know. I didn't know until previously, until a very short while ago, that it was an AT-AT and not an AT-AT.
Aha!
So we are learning new things.
So that's 100% confirmed.
It is an AT-AT.
Suck it, Ken and everyone else. I just want to bet. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Authenticity is the word that kept getting brought up in this particular showcase. You wanted to make sure that every detail was authentic to the Star Wars universe. And there was a technique in there that I heard about, the
photogrammetry.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Okay, so basically how it works is that if you have an environmental object like a rock, or you have a tree, or you have leaves, or you have models of AT-ATs or AT-STs, you're able to take a lot of pictures from you take tens or hundreds of pictures of the same object from slightly different angles, and then you stitch those together using software in a way that then magically almost constructs a 3D model. And you also get texture data from this, so you're able to create a lot of 3D assets relatively quickly with a very high level of fidelity and accuracy that you're then able to work further on to create these amazing lifelike objects that we have, which combined with the Frostbite engine that I'm sure you're familiar with, and the physically based rendering technique that they've just added as a feature to the Frostbite engine, enables us to really bring the universe to life. And that's one of the things that we see it as, we bring this amazing universe to life for you to be able to then fulfill your Star Wars battle fantasy. So that's the stakes that we've set for the fun gameplay that we want you to enjoy, whether it's something that's really inspired by the original movies, or fantasies that you have and that you've thought of and that you really want to play the game in your own way. And we do that by giving you smaller modes for 8 people up to these big modes for 40 people, based on the fantasy, whether it's do you want to dogfight in an X-Wing versus a TIE fighter, or do you want to go in this all-out mode with walkers and speeders and starfighters or whatever. So that's really the focus that we have, is give you the stage, give you the tools, and enable you to play out your fantasies.
Can we talk about some of the weapons? Lightsaber you can hold and use. Blasters we've seen. I saw grenades, a shield that you can activate in gameplay, and a rocket launcher and a jetpack. What else is there?
That sounds cool, doesn't it?
Very.
There is quite a lot, and nothing more that we're going to confirm today.
Right, but you can use a lightsaber.
You can, yeah.
Okay, that's on my checklist. Can you go into an AT-AT walker or an AT-ST?
I'm not going to talk about that today.
Okay. Can you play as Darth Vader?
Yes, you can.
Oh! Can you play as Boba Fett?
Yes, you can.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Can you be on the good side and the bad side?
Yes, you can.
Is there such thing as good and bad here, or is it just, the rebels and the powerful Sith side? The Imperials. Who do you go for? You're a witness for someone?
Yeah, I'm persuaded by the power of the dark side.
Are you?
Yes, very much.
So you put people in chokeholds? Okay.
You have to talk about that.
So we have the ground assault, and we can go in the air as well. Tell me about the X-Wing versus TIE fighter.
Well, dogfighting is obviously like a huge part of the fantasy of Star Wars, and that's what we really want to bring to you. So we have the X-Wings, we have the TIE fighters, you saw the Millennium Falcon. We really want to bring you'll be dogfighting on the faces of the planets that you saw today, and we really want to give you that experience that you really want to get in the cockpit of an X-Wing, and and duke it out with a TIE fighter, and you can absolutely do that.
Can you, excuse me, can you choose which code you're going to be? Red 5 standing by. Am I going to hear those words?
I'm not prepared to go into
I have
that.
this list of things that I'm dying to find out.
Yes, well, we have a long time before the game is out and a lot more things to tell.
What I really respect here is that not only do you have access to all the props so you can do the photogrammetry, getting there, but also access to all of the sounds as well. Star Wars is so known for all of the audio kind of cues, whether it's a lightsaber, the TIE fighter, etc., etc. Using those, how important was it to get the sound right, not only composition, but the sound effects?
It's incredibly important to us. I think that you can have the most pleasant looking and amazing environment, but if the audio doesn't complement it, it doesn't really become whole. So for us to get access to these original sound stems and then to be able to use the John Williams music, it's absolutely necessary for the game to become complete.
So to get the complete game, the audio has to be perfect, it needs to look authentic and completely be replicant of the Star Wars universe, and also the location scouting. Now I saw in the clip, you actually went to the locations that the filming took place in the movies to capture the area. Well, where were some of the places that you visited?
We went to the US, to Death Valley to capture Tatooine. We went to the Red Forests of California to capture Endor. We went to Finse, Norway, which is the original location for Hoth. But then we also went to my home planet of Iceland to capture reference for Sullust, the lava planet, and also to expand on Hoth as well.
I thought that was Mustafar.
No, that was actually Sullust.
And I noticed you can play as Celestians in your Rebel crew.
Yes, you can.
Can you reveal any other alien race?
I cannot do that.
Okay, that's fair enough. So it looks great, it sounds great, it plays great. Let's talk about the fact that it can go into first person and third person shooter, and how some of the gameplay will work. And is there a good story?
Is there a good story? We talked about the Battlefront missions that we have, which are these moments or these missions that are inspired by moments from the movies or specific fantasies that you have, and those are the ones that you would play either by yourself or sitting with a buddy on the sofa, playing in split screen, maybe cracking open a beer and really doing it out over and over and over again. Yeah. So that's the type of experience that we wanted to bring to this game. So in terms of is there a single player story based campaign? No, there isn't. But we have these missions that I think really complement the multiplayer, but this is predominantly a multiplayer game.
Is that just steer clear of canon subjects?
Not necessarily, it's just, this is the game kind of that we wanted to build. I mean, Battlefront is originally a multiplayer franchise. DICE is known for its multiplayer pedigree. It felt, it's a match made in heaven. And then we, thought, okay, so how do we figure out a way to bring more people into this universe? What if you really want to get into the game and you're not a hardcore multiplayer player? Well, then you play the challenges and pick up the skill that you need in order to get there.
November 17th, if you want to grab that one this year, there will be DLC that everyone can get. If you don't pre-order the game, it'll be out December 8th. If you do, you'll get it a week early. Thank you so much for chatting to me about my prediction of the game of the year. I'm saying it. Thanks, have fun.
Thank you.
May the force be with you. Thanks.